The rest of the story. Harvey Wilcox was a Topeka, Kansas real estate man, and he had a dream. You would appreciate his aspiration if you knew him a little better. At 16, Harvey had been stricken with infantile paralysis. He was never to regain the full use of his legs. And in this sink-or-swim situation, Harvey swam. He learned to maneuver himself on crutches. He attended Adrian College in Michigan. He graduated with honors. And all along the way, deep moral and religious convictions forged his indomitable spirit. Moving to Topeka, he became a community leader, active in church work, active in the temperance movement, a successful realtor. Now, that's where Harvey's dream comes in. One day he was going to close that real estate office in Topeka, and with his wife he was going to move to Southern California, and there he would found a new community based on the lofty principles that had carried him so successfully through life. What came of Harvey's dream is the rest of the story. He had moved to Southern California, purchased some land. The tiny community springing joyously from that good earth was fast on its way to becoming a symbol of righteousness throughout the West. The moral and religious ideals Harvey had clung to all of his life became the guiding star of this hallowed place. The people who came to live there would be upright, God-fearing. As he had worked so fervently to drive booze from the state of Kansas, he would seek to prohibit its sale or consumption in this happy oasis of righteousness. The property was subdivided, graced with gentle byways, lawnscaped with trees and flowers. Soon Harvey Wilcox's community had everything except a name. Well, it was Mrs. Wilcox who discovered a name. While on a train trip to her former home in the East, she met a lady who talked of nothing but her summer estate near Chicago. The estate had such a pleasant name that Mrs. Wilcox decided then and there her husband's new community should adopt that name. And so it was that this land of spiritual bounty and ongoing goodness grew up. Even after Harvey Wilcox died, his wife would not allow his dream to die. She carried on, holding the little village to its earliest traditions, righteousness and propriety. Her husband's ambitions became her own, an eternal stronghold of temperance and charity where people might live and work to the glory of God. And she was determined to carry on. But what happened next, none could anticipate. A Chicago business wanted to relocate in some sunnier climate and began searching, and that search ended in the sleepy little community founded by Harvey Wilcox more than 2 decades before. And so it came to pass that the land brought forth from the wilderness almost a century ago by a pious Topeka, Kansas realtor, the little dream world once devoted to the perpetuation of sober religious principles, became quite accidentally the home of an industry instead. And to this day it bears the name chosen by Mrs. Harvey Wilcox, the name with the sound of wholesomeness and the ring of righteousness, Hollywood. Now you know the rest of the story.